you how medicine comes from the sunlight. So sunlight is medicine, movement is medicine. What we're going to talk about today is more aging adventurously lifestyle habits and practices that I do to help myself stay young at 62, no disease, no medications, and activated, energized, and alive, and feeling really good. And so that's what I want to share with you today. This is, let me show you this sky. California desert sky. Isn't it beautiful? I just got back from a walk, 2.5 mile sun walk. And yes, I just walked in my sports bra because I get more sunlight that way. And it just makes me feel more alive and I feel great. And what we want to do with sunlight is get it throughout the day. We want to get it first thing in the morning. We want to get the red lights in our eyes and start the process. And then we also want to get it throughout the day, little bits and pieces, and you build up. If you're not where I'm at, where I get a lot of sunlight, I live in a sunlight zone, so I am basically have created or supported my skin for lots of sunlight. And one of the ways that we can support healthy skin to be able to have more sunlight is to reduce vegetable seed oils, which oxidizes the skin and causes it to be problems. Reduce your sugar consumption because that again oxidizes your skin and glycates everything. And we want to start in the morning with getting that red full spectrum light. And then we want to pop out at noon, around there between 10 and 2, and get some of that full spectrum sunlight on our skin. That's how you get vitamin D3 in your skin. But also if you're, if there's a lot of detoxification needing to happen, you may not absorb your D3. A lot of the times when we're overweight, what happens is we store the D3 and don't utilize it because there could be some fatty liver involved. But what we want to do as best we can is put just get outside and get that sunlight on our skin and get it in your eyes. Do not wear sunglasses outside and block this light from getting in your body. That's the worst thing you can do for yourself. In the beginning, you may be more sensitive to the light, but what you could do is wear a cap, put a hat, block the light, look away from the light so that it's not so strong in your eyes, and you can get used to it. When I was younger, I used to be sensitive to sunlight. I'm not sensitive to sunlight anymore. My eyes actually do really good in light. I could look straight at the light and it doesn't hurt my eyes at all. And I wasn't able to do that in the past. I also used to have problems with driving and bright lights in my eyes, and that hurt and would give me a headache. I don't have that problem anymore at all. And when we actually work to correct our diet and make it an anti-inflammatory diet, take out the vegetable seed oils, then we actually can utilize sunlight more readily, and it actually helps our body heal and it helps support your immune system. We can have better skin and we can tan more readily when we eat natural fats from animal fats, the saturated fats, the coconut oil fats, those fats, and also olive oil fats. Those ones help your skin tan and look better. But when you use vegetable seed oils, you oxidize your skin. So I'm going to keep repeating that off and on because it's so dangerous to use vegetable seed oils, and they are just toxic. If you've seen how they're created, they're taken in as seeds and they're pulverized, they're deodorized, they use hexanes, they use so many things to try to make it into a food. It's not a food, it's poison. And so we don't want to consume that. But everything out at restaurants, unless they're using 100% vegetable oils or tallow, you're getting poisoned by vegetable seed oils, and that will oxidize your blood vessels and it will oxidize your skin. And that is more about what causes our bodies to have skin cancer than the sun itself. We were designed to be in sunlight. We collect vitamins D with cholesterol through our skin as we were designed. It's not about blocking it. It's about optimizing how your skin collects it and how your body processes it. So if you're oxidized, have free radical damage, if you're eating a lot of sugar and you're glycated, your skin is not going to feel good and it's going to get more sick. So those are part of it. And it's always about circulation, detoxification, your kidney and your livers and everything working together to have better skin. So what I really love about sunlight that makes me feel good is that it makes you feel good. The more you get outside in sunlight, you feel amazing. This is my yard behind me. I have shady sections and I have sunny sections. So it's winter now. We just got finished with the rain. The sky is gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I just finished that 2.5 mile walk. Got that blue sky blue in my eyes and feel really good, and decided that that's the subject that I wanted to talk about today. Sunlight is medicine. We need sunlight, and we need it in our eyes, and we need it on our skin. And that will help support your immune system. It's not about being afraid of the sunlight. It's about managing it, as I was saying, about controlling your food sources and making your food sources make it an anti-inflammatory diet. And if you guys have posted anything in here, I can't read it because I'm in the sunlight and I can't see my post. So I could put my glasses on and kind of take a look, but the sun is to the side of me. You're right. I'm not looking directly at the sun unless I turn. So here I am directly in the sunlight. What was else? I like hearing the birds chirp. Oh my gosh, I love these birds. I feed them every day so that they will chirp for me. Did you know that when the sound of birds makes you feel safe? One of the things about being outside and getting in sunlight is also managing your nervous system. So this supports relaxation. You get into a more parasympathetic state. You create more mitochondria, because mitochondria uses the sunlight. That's energy in our body. You're actually less hungry when you're out in the sunlight. It supports energy levels to your whole system, your whole mitochondria system and your hormone system. It's all information to your body. And the reason I have to turn this way is so I could see a little bit of the screen. If I'm in the full sunlight, I can't see the screen as much. This is medicine. This is what we need to do to thrive and feel good. Now, I could have my feet down on the ground, but I'm not doing that. So another part of this would be grounding. You want to get I walked earlier in my backyard and got a little bit of grounding in. So you want to do that as much as possible as well. At least once or twice throughout the day. Touch a tree if you can't get your feet barefoot in touching some soil. And let nature heal you, because when we get out in sunlight, when we get grounding, that's when magic happens. My last 20 pounds of weight loss came off when I started getting more sunlight. Got out from under the bright lights at a job I was in and started walking more in sunlight like this. And the weight came off. But I had already done the diet and lifestyle changes, and my body was ready to release the weight. So there's a lot of factors that can go into it. But what we want to do is create an aging adventurously lifestyle step by step, so that we can feel better in our body, and that we can get to a healing state where we don't have a disease risk. We could actually reduce our disease risk in our body if we work on correcting our diet and lifestyle. Looking at your comments, if you guys have any questions. Hi, Blackwater Painting, that sounds interesting. And who is expired? I don't know that, understand that question. And I don't know what ESOK stands for, so I'm not into a lot of what are that verbiage, the abbreviations for words. I always have to look them up. So this is what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. If you could do anything for yourself today, get out and get some sunlight. Let it get on your skin. If you're not used to being in bright light, I mean, I'm in California in the desert, so I'm going to have bright light, and I can tan, and I eat saturated fat so I don't burn anymore. And I also use iodine, and that's the next level of keeping your skin and your melanin working for you so that you can tan. But when you eat vegetable seed oils, you will burn. So that's the process, and that's what the medical system doesn't study. So that's what you get to study. That's what you want to do. That's why you're here. That's why you're listening to me. Get out and get your sunlight. Start in the morning when you can. Build up, especially like in January. Start getting more and more sunlight as we get towards spring. By summer, you're going to have your sunlight, your sunlight routine more organized. You can get out in the sun longer, start eating more saturated fat, not vegetable seed oils, and then you'll protect your skin. That's what it's all about. We just want to be an anti-inflammatory state for our body, and that means taking out foods that are inflammatory, and those are the wheats and the sugars and the ultra processed foods that don't have any nutrition. They cause our body's skin to get glycated, and so when you're glycated and you have inflammation, your skin is inflamed, your sunlight can't function, and you burn because your sunlight can't protect you, because your internal skin is damaged and it comes out on the outside of your skin. So those are what's the problem is with people who burn with sunlight. So I used to burn. I was a towhead when I was born. I used to burn very rapidly, and I don't burn anymore. So I'll just tan. It's really cool. It's kind of fun to know that I can tan. So if you go back and look at some of my reels from the Cook Islands, you can see that I had tanned up pretty quickly. So I appreciate you guys being here. Get out, get sunlight, get movement. Sunlight is medicine. Create your aging adventurously lifestyle. If you're interested in any of my recipes, just head on out to my website at loribaloo.com. That's Lori with, and Lori, it's Baloo, but it's B-A-L-U-E. It's kind of like value, but with the B. And you could download my recipe book and get on my email list. I've got my specials coming out on Sunday. I'll tell you all about that. I'm super excited to offer that. My birthday's in December, and I've got a lot of birthday specials coming out for you guys. So I'd love to have you on my email list if you'd love to be there. Subscribe, follow, and I appreciate any support with my small business that you can do. Just subscribe and like and follow me. And if you have any questions, post it after this video and let me know. I always answer questions. And if you'd like to get on a call, my discovery calls are free. Let's find out what your needs are, what your goals and your visions are, and how I can support you. All right, you guys, take care. Have an amazing day, and I'll be back on sometime tomorrow and talk to you soon. Bye.